What is up, NCL and Windraiser Nation? Welcome back to a fucking NCL digest. We are joined by my amazing co-host, Mystery CD, as per usual.
What the fuck is up, party people? My name is Mystery, and I'm so glad I finally was able to drag James into a call to do this. It's been way too long.
Very true, very true. It's been a fat minute, and I'm very, very excited to do this. So, as you guys can see, we're on the brand new NCL channel.
Wait. You gotta introduce
No,
our... No.
I am going to. I was saving the hype for it. But anyways, before I introduce our very, very special guest, as you guys can see, we are on a new NCL channel. This is where all NCL podcasts and content creation will be uploaded by various different people, not just myself. So Mystery will be uploading on here, and hopefully some other people as well. So hoping to get you guys some good content and all that. Without further ado, though, we have an extremely, insanely special guest, a first-time member. Has never been on the digest before. Welcome, new moderator, Koinu.
What is up, NCL?
What is up,
Easy
Goat?
money.
We love
Easy
Koinu.
money.
True.
Anyways, I'm gonna let Mystery take the reins. Hoping to have a great pod, and let's get into this.
Yeah, let's do it. So obviously this is the transaction deadline. We just had our break week. Most battles are done. Obviously, as you can see, like a few are scattered about that are going to be taken care of later today, as we were recording on a Sunday. But this is pretty interesting to look at. And the first person I want to talk about is someone not in the playoff picture, but just one game out and still has to make up their game later today. And that person's name is good old Steph. Steph is sitting at 2-5. And he has looked really, really good the last few weeks. He had a very close loss to Omar, and there's nothing to be ashamed about that, right? Like, Omar's definitely one of the better coaches in D2.
Former D1 playoff winners. So
right,
yeah.
like he's literally won games in D1 playoffs. So like, there's nothing to be ashamed about for that. And he really pushed him as hard as he could. He absolutely creamed Very Aries. He lost to Person 1-0, who's one of the top coaches in D2 as well, and then beat Rose, who is like pretty not well known, but like everywhere Rose plays, Rose does well. So like that's a big win. And to be fair, he did need a little bit of help to win that. But like, Steph's been hot as shit lately. He gets to replay Intacto today for the forfeit loss that they took earlier. They did like a double forfeit, and that's being replayed today. So if Steph can win this game, man, we're looking at...
Oh, yeah.
We
that
are
L
so
goes
back
to a
if
win,
he
so
wins.
he'd be 3-4 as well if he
Right.
wins against an Acto.
Let's say he wins 3-0, he would then be 3-4, -4, and he would then, like, if we go back to standings, he's right back in it. 3-4 -4. He's like right in this range right here. Like, he's like a game, not even a game. He's like a half game out of playoffs.
Yep.
We used to pray for times like
We
this.
used to pray.
I believe in
Like,
Steph.
we need Steph, man. Like
We need this.
I'm not the Church of Steph
We
like
need
James,
this.
but we need this. And I really think he's been playing well. Like, James, I know you said you haven't watched most of his games lately, but like, I've seen a decent Steph from him. I'm not like the kind of guy to gas him up completely, but he's been great. So I don't know. What do you think?
I did watch his last Rose game, and funnily enough, I thought to myself almost the same exact thing of like, there was some play, like, earlier in Steph's, like when I first started watching Steph games and stuff, a big thing we talked about for his play style in D2 was he had a lot of like unnecessary swapping, right? Like that was always like a big Steph thing where he swapped a lot. This last game against Rose, like, while he did need a little bit of help, I thought he played really well. Like, there were times where he clicked buttons and he played to his outs, and obviously there are little things in there. It's D2 that could be fixed, that different reads and stuff that he could be making that could benefit him more. But like, overall, the jump in looking like he's actually understanding what's happening, and the team building especially has gotten a lot better.
Absolutely.
So I'm really very, very impressed, very proud. And Steph, all I want to say is just keep it up, buddy. I want to see you do well. I have always been one of your biggest cheerleaders. Just keep it up, man. Just keep it up.
Yeah, I think also, like, looking at his first two matches as well, like against like me and Valens, they're both like 0-5, but like I still think that, yeah, even though they were both 0-5, like I still think Steph even played those two games like really, really well though. I think it's like he still could have been able to like win those games as well. Like he's doing very, very well this season.
I definitely would agree in the game versus you. It looked it was closer than a 5-0. The
Yeah.
Browns game it wasn't my favorite. To me, that was like his worst game of the season. But like,
yeah,
everyone has a bad game. Like I got fucking 6-0 this season. Like it happens to everybody. So,
there's a 6-2 backs on my screen too.
Yeah, right. This backs has been great. Like this thing's been really, really good for him. It's just like a super big win con mon for him. He brings his Typhlosion too much, but other than that,
if it works, it works.
Right. So I'm pretty excited for him, man. Like, there's a chance here. There really is a chance here for him to make.
There's a chance if Kloitzer comes.
True.
That's what I'm saying.
We need Kloitzer.
Yeah,
the streets are praying for Kloitzer.
Yeah,
we need this. Like his top 2 mons though are a combined maybe 1 and 8. Like if he can get them to be better, this is gonna be a really good team. He's got a shot here. But yeah, anything else we want to talk about? Otherwise, we can probably move on to the next standings. We can talk about.
I also
shocks.
I think just one more thing. I guess I never really thought that Zawood Z would kind of work well, but like it's actually kind of like I don't think he's used Z too much, but like. I still kind of like it's been kind of cool to see.
It's been a solid mon. Yeah, I mean, this just like this looks like a pretty easy team to use, so that's why I think Steph's doing well. Like it's not trying to do too much. But yeah, we can talk about Ava being 6-1, and there's definitely a little bit of luck involved with that. Koinu, I'm sure, can speak from firsthand experience. I don't really know what to think about Ava's team. This Donphan has come to 0 games. Like, this is the best trade chip in D2, and Ava's just like, no, I'm good. The one loss was to fucking Max, of all people, in week 1, and has absolutely ran the slate since then.
And it was 0-1. Yeah.
Right. And, like, other than the Sky game, these have been dominant. 6, 5, 5, 4, 4. You do play Person, you play Omar, and you play Rose. So, like, pretty tough, very areas. You should win that game, but Regielek, he's always scary. Yeah, what do you guys think? I don't know what to think about Ava because like the luck has definitely been on her side, but
in the nicest way possible, this is the most forgettable 6-1 team of all time. I didn't even know that they were 6-1. I just kind of looked back. I was like, wow, that's insane. But that could be a good thing. Like going sneaky good. Like obviously you're the 1 seed. You're not quote unquote sneaky, but like going into the 1 seed and not having like an insane amount of recognition or anything like that can really do well for you. I mean, it's a good team. I think it can do a lot. Megaladios is fucking busted. I love this mod.
This Annihilate is 13-2.
Yeah, this Annihilate has been going absolutely insane. I've never seen regular fucking Annihilate do this much work, but I mean, it's cool. It's working well for them. I think that they can definitely do it in a run. Please bring your ground type.
Please bring the Donphan or trade it away. Like, you can right now. You can go get like Sandslash over Musharna or whatever. Like get like just a low tier ground, and then like get something else crazy for this team. Like a really good fire type instead of Talonflame, or like a really good grass type, like something. I don't know, fucking anybody. Like literally anything. I just don't get it. Like even like Terra Clef. Do we allow that in this league? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, we do.
I think Terra Clef.
Like I'd rather you have Terra Clef and Sandslash at this point. Like if you're not gonna bring Donphan, then don't just have it rot on the bench. Like this is a great mon. If people will trade you something really good for it. That's the other thing. You could get like an asset back, and like that's people will trade you like a mon that's way more points for Donphan just to have Donphan, and you can drop Musharna or Rotom Frost or whatever to make the points work. But I know Donphan's nice to have. Like maybe you're scared of losing Donphan and then you need him later on, but like if you're not gonna bring him, don't just leave him here. Like let him have a taste. He needs to cook. Yeah. Anyway.
He needs some fresh air.
He does. Person, talking about forgettable 1-loss teams. How the fuck is this guy 5-1 plus 8? Koinu, what are your thoughts?
I mean, honestly, I think it's also just kind of just Sun. Like it's just a really good Sun team, and like Walking Wake just kind of pushing through teams, just breaking shit and like just kind of being the wall breaker and like the powerful Pokemon he is.
Right. To be completely fair, nothing to take against Person 2. He hasn't faced like he lost to Omar, and then he had a good win over Rose, who's probably the most notable there. Maybe Monster next, but like he hasn't faced Ava yet. He hasn't faced Koinu yet. Sky. Like his next 3 battles are.
Tough.
Valens is also in the top. His next 4 are pretty big gauntlet. So
he needs to get out of this stretch 3 and 2. Like that would be pretty huge. Because 8 and 3, you'll definitely be like a top 2 seed. And maybe Ava trips up. Like if you can beat Ava, you still have a shot at the 1 seed, obviously. So, you know, the time is now to push on the gas pedal because you have a real chance to go on a run here.
I think also the Taylor Sandy Sharks is also kind of doing a lot too. Like it's 9 and 3, and it's only come to 4 games as well. Wow.
I want to see more from this Lilligan. Like Z Lilligan's really good with hustle. I know it gets chlorophyll, and that's probably what you can run more in sun. But like, let this thing break a little bit. You know, it's really nice with gouging fire.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, as someone who absolutely loves Hisuian Lilligan, I do want to see this do more. I love this Pokemon so much.
Why is the most memorable Pokemon on this team for me the fucking 0-1 Arboliva? Or Bolova?
It's that and Diancie. I feel like I've seen this thing way more than 2 games. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I just remember the one game where the Arboliva was like on the field for like 80 turns. I don't remember what the fuck.
I think that was. I believe it was Rose.
I think so. Yeah.
I do.
And it just stayed on for so long. Yeah.
This fucker sat on the field.
Just kept the leech sheeting and just never died. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, he made no transactions. Would you be shocked if he loses like round 1? No, and it's because it's weather, right? Like it's so volatile that you could just get a bad matchup and lose. His differential has been really bad all season. He hasn't played a ton of like the higher tier coaches yet. Like I
have to see how he plays. Yeah, honestly, Valens as well.
I mean his record isn't good, but Valens is a good player. So
yeah.
Koinu, you want to talk about you?
Okay.
The Ogre Pond Ducks. How you feeling about your season so far?
Honestly, though, I mean, I've kind of had like some matches here and there that's just kind of been like, man. But like, I really like this team though. This team's been really fun to use. I feel like if I probably got also like better removal, I probably could do better with it as well. But yeah, like I really like this team.
Thunderous has not come to a game yet. I know he is pretty newly picked up, but I'm
I need to
Triple Water God Squad. I didn't even realize.
For Turtle Gaming then.
Yeah, Turtle Gaming the GOAT. Yeah.
All I remember from Steph games is him pressing Blood Moon and doing like 80% to everything that it fucking touches.
Yeah, also when the Blood Moon's been really.
That's what I said. Koinu game.
Oh, really good. I've been really liking. Like this is my first time using it too, and it's actually been really fun to use.
Yeah.
Because it's just. I just kind of send it in, click Blood Moon, and then just watch as how blood depletes. I'm like, yeah.
Right.
It's insane. I just watched Blood Moon, and then the person sends in their best mod, and they just takes fucking 80, and I'm like, what the fuck?
As a Greninja enjoyer, how are you feeling about
I love Greninja. I actually love using it a lot. It's been so much fun. I've missed a couple of Hydros, but
no,
I mean,
unlike Gren, the GOAT.
I usually end up missing. Hydro's probably one of my most missed moves, so I'm not really too shocked, at least for me.
Yeah, that will make Gren a little bit less fun. So,
but I mean, he's been fun though. I've been having a lot of fun using him.
My biggest shock with this team is that Terra Ogrepon's been to 2 games.
Right.
Yeah, it's mostly also like, at least I would at least just say at least. Going from Ava to Glimpse to Valens, or even Sky, Ava, Glimpse to Valens, it's just like Corviknight to Talonflame and Amoonguss to Moltres, also Tangrowth, and then Ferrothorn.
Just matchups all in a row. Yeah.
I really want this game to like do well, but
it's still transaction deadline. Obviously, Ogrepon's your child, so obviously you don't have to get rid of it if it's into that. But as you can see, like a lot of those teams that you're talking about are playoff teams, and looking for like, I am not a big person that loves doing this, but I mean, you got to look at matchup going into playoffs at this point. Like we're halfway through the season. If this thing's just going to be a waste of 21 points, not because it's like a bad mon or whatever, but because of matchup being so bad, especially into playoffs, it might be worth looking into maybe grabbing some depth.
Type instead of Ogre.
Yeah, honestly, I probably might end up doing that though. As much as I hate to do that.
Help with some removal, anything like that, you could probably really help. I think a fairy
Ogre
type
cornerstone. Just
Please stop. Please
I mean,
stop.
it hits flying types. No, I'm kidding. I have
saying.
Naya Lego.
That is kind of.
I have Naya Lego and Thunder, so I guess to be fair, I have two good things.
But your closing schedule
But yeah, I'll
isn't
probably look
too
at stuff.
crazy because like you have 2 of the bottom 4 coaches that have really struggled. So like assuming that those are wins, you're sitting at that would be what 6 already. Hopefully you beat one of Person or Omar and you're sitting at 7, and then you're definitely in. And if you win out, that'd be pretty crazy.
Yeah, I'm saying though, that week 11, that's gonna feed families.
Yeah, that's a pretty crazy game. Like I really hope you win out until then, because then like that would set up the Omar, who we'll talk about next anyway. That sets up. Like imagine you guys both went out into that game. That would be such a fucking.
Yeah.
Look at his closing schedule the last 3. Sky.
Oh my god.
This is gonna be so much fun. What do you guys, James? What do you think about Omar's season so far? Because it's been kind of like the Kieran has been really good for him. I actually think the Deoxys has been. It's actually come to the most games. That makes sense. I see it all the time. But I'm not sure what I think, because like
I need his top. I need his, like, the Curam's been great. I think it's awesome. I think if he's going to really make it, like, his differential is fucking amazing, because when he wins big.
Yeah.
And when he loses, he's only lost.
And then
so I think the biggest thing I need to see from Omar, I think Omar is the most talented coach in D2. I think that if we're going to like way too early kind of playoff, like if we're gonna give a guess, Omar would be my.
Right, like if I held a gun to your head right now, is that who you're picking?
It's Omar, yeah.
Honestly, I'd probably say the same too. Omar's team is also really, really good. And
I love this team. I need to see more.
Yeah, he's also a really good player. True, yeah.
I want to see more Tapu Koko.
Yeah.
I want to see more from this Tapu Koko. I want to see more utility out of it. I want to see more offensive sets out of it. I want to see this thing go ham, because this is a really good mon to start tearing through D2 with, and if it really enables literally all of your other offense. It enables your Iron Moth, really helps U-turn, Volt turn sets into Scizor, Volt turn sets into fucking Palafin. This thing into your Kyurem that's doing amazing. Your defensive has been great. Tinglu being 5-2 through 6 games, and Deoxys defense being 4-3.
Has been really good for him. Like I remember when he picked that up, I'm like, oh, that seems like an Omar mon. It's been really, really nice for him.
Yeah,
so
it's a really
well.
Yep, I agree with it. I just want to see some more offensive pressure, especially coming out of this. Like Tapu Koko initiates this entire team. I want to see it used a little bit more.
Yeah, as the one who had Iron Moth last season in D2, I really need to see this Iron Moth do some more. I need to see more out of this mon. Mm-hmm. I love Iron Moth. He was so awesome to use last season. I want to see more of him.
Yeah, I mean it's a top heavy team, and one mon is kind of getting all the kills. But you know, if we can see like Palafin in the season with like double-digit kills, I think that would go a long way. So he's got Shoops next week. Should win that game. I can't imagine. If Omar loses this game, I will fucking ban him from the league. With all due respect to Shoops. And then Sky doesn't have the best record, but is obviously like never out of it. Like Sky's a good enough battler to keep herself around. And then the Ava Koinu last 2 weeks is going to be absolutely massive. If Omar wants to make a push for the 1 seed, he still needs some help because he lost the 2 games, but it's not out of range. You know, like I if we go back to the standings, to me, like it really is these 3 probably are the best chances. Maybe Koinu with some help, but like you would need a lot. So
yeah, I would need to do it, like, because it's like at least going from like 24 diff, 21 diff, and then 9.
Right, and then you're 2 back in the loss column right now.
Yeah.
So not impossible, but we shall see. Do we want to talk about Rose? I don't really have like much thoughts. It's just kind of a sand team. Like,
she needs to start putting the right abilities on her mons.
True. Can't mess this up over and over again. Yeah, that's kind of my thing. All the losses are close. Losing to Steph really hurts. Like, not in like an embarrassing way, but like in a just you gotta win those games, because like this stretch right here, like that should have been where you really start to like get some differential and give yourself a really good shot at a 1 seed. And now that those chances are probably gone. But you still play Shoops. You should beat Max, but I think Max has been getting better. We can talk about him a little bit. And then Sky Ava to end is not the easiest thing in the world. So there's a chance. Like if you lose to Max, you really then like you kind of need to win out or bare minimum 2-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what to say about this team. Z Gyarados feels like it's done more than 2-6. I don't know why. I just see it like all the time.
Yeah.
James, do you have any thoughts about the team? Do you think she should make changes?
I don't think the team necessarily needs changes. If you're not feeling the sand, then you don't necessarily need to go with it. Funnily enough, I think if anything, Psychic Terrain with Zam is amazing in it, but you might want to drop Lele for a little bit more defensive depth. That would be my thing, because, I mean, it feels like this T-Tar's got the world on its fucking shoulders right now. And, honestly, I don't feel like you need the offensive pressure, especially with Exca, Sneasler, and Alakazam, and you have some low-tier stuff with, like, Moxie Gyarados and things like that.
I actually kind of think I'd keep the Lele because of the Sneasler, like the Unburdened stuff. Maybe give it a Zam.
Maybe for that. I don't know. I think you need defensive because, like, if you look at it, your defensive core being T-Tar, Chestnut, and then
Gyarados.
Gyarados, and you have a bunch of fucking no-namers and Noivern and Dodrio Spidops down here. I think your depth could be shaken up a little bit, add a little bit more value to this team, and I think it can go very far.
What are you trying to say about Spidops?
I don't give a fuck if the Spidops is your dog. Just get rid of Dodrio Noivern. How about that?
Dodrio Noivern, probably Gyara. Like, you could probably change them all up for some more defense.
As much as I hate saying this, I feel like Terra Chestnut is a lot of points for this team. Like,
they're spending
so much. I don't even care if she keeps Gyara. I don't think Gyara's, like, bad. I mean, it's 2-6, so it's not good. But, honestly, if I were to drop something, if it was personally me, I'd look at dropping Chestnut, Noivern, and Dodrio and adding, like, something to help with the defensive utility.
Yeah, you don't have a fire type. Your water type is Gyara. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
It just feels a little wonky. I don't know. I'd have to look at the board, but I feel like you can definitely grab something that'll be more helpful.
Yeah. Because
this Noivern and Dodrio have come to 0 games, so I mean,
not like they're really pressing for spots here.
True.
Monster having the most monster season of all time, extremely forgettable. No one's talking about it. It's
so mean. It's so mean.
So true. So true. Because
I thought this team was gonna be so good. With all the hype, it was such a cool team going through.
I will say, his closing schedule is Steph, Max, Shoops, and Sky. He should win these games. Like, there's no reason that Monster cannot finish the season bare minimum 7-4.
I need someone to give me Terra Syrup. I'm tired of this Mon looking like shit because, oh my god, give me this Mon.
I like his team. I still really do. We need to see a little bit more. Look at Gloom hanging out at the bottom.
He's chilling. He's chilling.
Chill like a villain. Yeah, I mean, his top 4 are just so crazy, and then Samurott too. But like, we need a little bit more. Somebody needs to like take the reins. Like, Dragapult needs to go up to Mega Medi and be like, "Listen here, motherfucker. All right, I run this show. Okay, give me the rock. I'm taking shots. All right, the offense runs through me. I am the system. Okay, and he needs to start putting up shots because." This fucking
gotta
Samurott.
Stop ball hogging, bro.
We got fucking
we got
J.R. Smith Samurott over here taking 100 shots. No, bro, sit in the corner and wait for the outlet pass. All right, because you're not running the offense.
Set up the spikes and get the fuck out of my way, bro.
Right. You should not have. I love Samurott. Don't get me wrong, but like, you have a Pult, a Torn, a Mega Medi, and a Terra Serp. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Losing 5-0 to Glimpse, like, that hurt, because 3 in a row I was starting to think, like, okay, and he beat Person. Like, his schedule definitely has not been easy. He doesn't play Koinu.
He lost a Person.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I looked at that wrong. Okay,
he beat Omar.
He beat Omar. Sorry, I was thinking of the wrong thing. Okay, but Yeah, beat Omar. You know, he's looking better, and then loses 5-0 to Glimpse. It's like, well, okay. And he lost to, like, what was it? It was Calm Mind, or no, it was Calm Mind.
Yeah,
Comfey.
Comfey. Yeah.
It's like, bro, you have a Toxic Pax, please. Yeah, so not great, but you know.
I still can't believe fucking Glimpse brought the Calm Mind fucking Comfey to the Toxapex Florges game. That's so real.
No fucks given. When it's so bad, it works. I'm gonna talk about Max.
Yeah, I want to talk about my boy.
Sure, go ahead. He just made transactions too. We could talk about that.
He got rid of
finally
a perfectly
garbage team.
A perfectly crap.
Garbage.
Look at his start. Look at his start. He was going 4-0 and then he lost.
The biggest
the last
drop
3.
is the Joe Tianbin draft, not bias.
Anyways, I do think I will say this: the team that I helped construct for him was a little bit. How do I say that? Like, it's gonna sound arrogant. It was a little bit higher skill.
Higher skill cap. Yeah.
It was definitely a very higher skill cap team. It was meant to force people to. It was meant to set up hazards and then force people to try and take it off with Goldango and then basically get into really good positions with Gallade and Goldango and things like that. And it was just, honestly, Max is still learning, and it was just a little bit too high for his skill level, like in that, and he just felt like he was using the Mons not to their full potential, which I can agree with. This team is a lot more straightforward. Mystery helped them with this. This is definitely a blowholes and fucking give no fucks team. You have Terra and Nam with Teeny and Hydreigon with a Mega B in the back. This thing is gonna go far from him. He lost 3 straight. Hopefully to make a bounce back. He's pretty much gotta win out if he wants to be competitive.
Yeah, I mean,
I think he can go 3-1.
He still got Glimpse. Like, those are 2 winnable games. I mean, like, his schedule really isn't that bad.
That's what I was saying. Like these are games that I'm honestly expecting Max to be competitive in. I think the ceiling is super high for Max. I don't think the floor is all that low. So I think you just go for it. You have fun. Ask me and Mystery for help building, or we'll help you. I think this will be really cool. The Rotom-Mo is a little wacky. The Terra Rotom-Mo, I think that's pretty cool. I like Terra Rotoms in general. I think they're really good. Levitate Mons in general with Levitate Mons with Terra in general are really cool, and then the Rotoms all have really good stats. So being able to get rid of that grass typing, but still being able to hit Leaf Storms, like going pure electric with that thing is really cool. Hazard removal is a bit better.
Definitely.
And so I think that will be really, really cool for you. And I want to see Max do well. I love Max, really great guy. Love been hanging out with him, and I think he's really starting to understand the game a lot better. So I'm excited to see his climb. This is what NCL is all about, and he's me and Mystery's next project. So just really excited with it.
Yeah, I think Rose Monster back-to-back is definitely going to be rough, at least matchup-wise. But I think it can pull through, though.
If he can go 1-1 through that stretch, I'm going to feel really good about him. Like,
yeah.
I won't. Those are 2 like coaches that have been playing the game much longer than him. So if he can find a way to win one of those games, like that's going to be absolutely massive.
That would be huge for him.
You know, he needs to find a way to beat the Steph game. Cannot lose if he wants to make playoffs. And like, if Max is a play-in game like team, that's a great step up. He was literally like last place last season. Like, you know, we expect a lot from him because he's gotten a lot better in a short amount of time. Like this is at the end of the day, this is like his 4th league. Like we're asking a lot of him, and I think he's capable of it. I really do. You know, we got all the James filth off this team. No more Colossal, no more Robeat, no more Mega
This
Glade.
team was so good.
No, it was not. No, it was not.
Imagine me with this team. Holy Jesus, the world would not be ready.
The world is ready. No, we've never actually been more
That's like
ready.
my season 4 finals team.
No, it's
That's
not.
like
No,
literally
it's
what
not.
it was.
Just having Glade and Colossal does not make it that.
God, it makes me happy. That's what it makes me.
Obviously, there are some problems with this team. I don't think it's perfect. The Rock Resist is Registeel and Surfetched. Terra Rotom-Mo is interesting. I think it's like a pretty easy mon to use. Like Enamorous is going to Terra most of the time, and Rotom's just kind of there. Like he gets pivoting, he gets defog. You know, it's a really like simple mon to use. It's not going to be like too hard to prep with, and that's really what I tried to help Max do. Is like get mons that are really easy. Victini, like simple, straightforward. He can just throw a band or boots on it. It's going to be like an impact player. Hydreigon, it's the same thing. I know he was on the team before, but like, you know, he's easy to use. Beedrill, very, very straightforward, just need to keep rocks off. Registeel, same thing. Blastoise, same thing. Like, this team, and Amherst is probably the highest skill cap. I guess maybe Surfetched if you count him, but like,
I think an Amherst with Tear is a high skill.
Lando, and Amherst and Surfetched are probably the highest skill cap odds. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. I have high hopes for Max. I really hope he can figure it out.
Keep hazards off for B. That's all I gotta say.
And Victini.
Sky, I guess
Well,
we can talk about. The most Sky team ever. Well, it's not.
All I
quite
gotta
as
say,
bad.
Sky, you're 3-3. You gotta earn it. Like we've been giving you for all the digest, everything. If you look back, we have always hyped Sky up. We've always talked about stuff. You gotta earn it at this point. You're in D2, buddy. Like you were once a prominent D1. You were a D1 finals runner-up. Like at this point, I don't have much to say other than you just gotta earn it. You gotta show something. I don't got nothing to say about the team, nothing to say about you. Just show me, like where's Sky? I just want to see it. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, the closing schedule is pretty tough. Barriers is probably the only gimme, and even then, there's Terra Regieleki on the other side, so like that thing could just take over a fucking game. But like Omar, that's tough. Rose, Monster, those are tough. Person is 5-1. That's not a gimme. Like, I really interested to see which way Sky goes, because when Sky's like playing and cares and everything, I'm a pretty big fan. I think Sky's not that bad, so we'll see. I like the dark meat at the bottom here though, triple dark, including Skuntank, the goat. Dude, never wrong. Just early is me hyping up Skuntank over Drapion. This mon is so much better.
Skuntank's the goat. He's ready to use that flamethrower.
Glimpse. What is his name? Haunter Milan. Okay.
Yeah, HAM.
Koinu, what do you think about Glimpse?
I'm just glad that Fraud Kicks isn't at the top. That's the big W here.
So true. Does he not have a Terramon?
Nope.
But no, isn't it Low Kicks?
Oh, it's on there.
Yeah.
He has low kicks and Alola.
Why is?
Yeah.
It's just not highlighted for whatever reason.
Weird. Okay.
I think it might just be.
No, it's because his stupid. No, I know exactly why. It's because his colors are the same as the Terra colors.
Oh. Wow. Okay. Well.
What? No, they should be purple. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be purple. I don't know. But regardless, so it's Aloe and low kicks, but low kicks, the fraud, doing nothing as per usual.
Yeah.
Can't stat pad anymore.
True.
But like, there's a lot of talent. Like, there's so much shit on this team that he should be better than this.
Yeah, the Spectrio. Yeah. The one. Yeah, I was about to say the 1-3 Spectrio is a little hard to look at, but.
Right. Closing schedule, ridiculously easy. Like, the hardest coach here is probably Max or maybe Valens if he's up to the task. Excuse me. Steph, you should win that game. I hope Steph wins. And Jack. Sorry, I'm biased.
We need this stuff.
But like, back. He should win these games. Like, he's what, 3 wins right now, right? What's his record? Yeah, 3-4.
Yeah, he's 3-4.
He could easily finish 7-4.
Yeah,
easily. I would argue he should finish 7-4. He'll probably finish 6-5 or 5-6. So we'll see.
I will say this is not a fun team to see in like a playing game.
Right, like if you're in the playing game and you see fucking Lop Spec, it's like dog.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Why is this team here? Yeah, he should be a playoff team, but we'll see. He's currently 1 game out. Valens, New England nose pass.
The goat.
Koinu, what do you think about the People's Champ?
I think he's been doing great. He just kind of had some here-or-there matchups that are he just kind of had some rough games. Like, at least his last 3 being like Sky, Ava, and then me is just kind of rough. But I think he's been doing pretty. Like, at least like winning against Monster week 1 and then getting the 5-0 against Steph the next week is at least he's definitely in a really good spot to still be able to make playoffs.
Yeah, my thing is like.
Oh, his remaining games too as well.
Yeah,
Glimpse,
his closing schedule isn't horrible.
My thing is, he's won the games that he should, but he needed to come out with a win.
His statement
versus-
win is monster right now, which is like
Yeah, which is
Okay.
that's what I'm.
Yeah.
You need a statement win, and you needed to win one more than you lose, and that's kind of how you do it. You know what I mean? Like you got to be over 500. It's a little rough going into week 8 with being under 500. So I mean, you got to pull out against like you're expected to beat Glimpse and Jack. And then Person should be a good game, and you're expected to be very airy. So you need to, honestly, I think you should be coming out of this 4-0, but you need to at least bare minimum, come out of this 3-1.
Yeah,
and
I
at
mean,
that point, I still don't even know if
this is Valen's first ever draft league, so we do have to give him a little slack. But I think the talent is there. I definitely think he can pull this off.
Yeah.
He's
Skeletor's also like doing really good on his team, but I mean, it's
Yeah.
not, it's Taylor Skeletor's, like it's definitely a lot better when it gets Taylor, so like that's definitely helping it out a ton. But
And he did
It's
just
like,
make
yeah.
transactions as well. He picked up
Yeah.
he dropped Weavile, sorry James, Ferrothorn,
Hey,
Azumarill,
picked up my other boy.
Jake Slash, Tapu Fini, Aerodactyl, and Thwackey. Wait,
They,
How do you
Arrow makes
add-
me hurt.
who put Thwackey in both slots?
yeah,
Why is, can someone look
Oh.
what that's actually supposed to be? Oh wait, it probably Illumise, I would assume. Because yeah, I'm gonna put that up. We'll fix it later if it's wrong, but for now, Illumise is going there. What's up, friend?
Wacky's here.
Yeah. Oh no, wait, no, he added Illumise in this one, so it's
Give me a
Komala.
second. I got you. I got
Quillfish. It's Komala or Quillfish. Yeah, I don't know.
Komala.
Komala. Okay, great. So there we go. Thank you to the doc editors everywhere. I don't know. I don't mind the change. Like, you get more defense if you're more comfortable.
He
being a
needed
slasher.
it. He had it. I mean, Aerodactyl's dog shit, but I think this is fine. I thought the transactions were fine. I like the team actually a bit better. I think your offense was really good to start with. Your speed is a little lacking now, especially like Lottie being your top speed mon.
Aerodactyl.
But shut the fuck up. The mon doesn't exist. Mega Aerodactyl. Now we're talking. Why is that not on this team?
He's got 4 mons that have 85 speed.
that's weird.
That's insane.
Mega
Three of them.
Aerodactyl is him.
2 of them are Komalo and Illumise. So. Oh wait. No, he doesn't.
Or no.
One of them,
That's
the
sorry. That was
average.
the average. Oh man, long day. Not really. All right. And to be
Fucking-
honest, we already talked about Steph, so we're not going to go into him. And these 3 are done. If any of these 3 make playoffs, I will record myself eating my entire shoe. I will prepare it. I will put sauce on it, and I will eat it. All right. You are not making playoffs, little bro. Okay. So
We need these
Little
comebacks
bro.
to happen. We need this shoe eaten.
So I want to ask the question, right? How high is the talent gap between the top of D2 and the bottom of D1? James, what do you think? Like, if we're looking at, like, Omar, Koinu, Ava, and we'll throw, like, Person. Like, Sky right now is a 3-3 coach in D2, and this, like you said, was a finals contender at one point.
Unfortunately, I think the gap is pretty decent.
Okay. All right. I'd
I still think I still think the gap is pretty good. On what's the bottom of D1 looking like? I guess I got to think about that because I'm
The
thinking
bottom
about
of D1 is
good.
Iron Man Arc, I believe. If we go.
Okay.
We can
You know what?
update
You know what? I'll give you. You know what? I'll give you that. I think the bottom of D1, the gap between there and there. Can I? Okay, this is gonna be mean. I think there's a bigger gap between the middle of D1 in itself than there is a gap between the bottom of D1 and the top of D2.
I can agree with that. Like Robert's obviously.
We have some really good teams. I think going from Robert up, I think there's a gap between Arc and Iron Man. I think that they are fringe D1 teams, very, very good D2 teams.
Right. Like they're gonna swap around most seasons. Like, you know, Omar will come up. Like, say he wins this season, he'll be D1, and then he could go back down again, like that kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
So but like someone like
I think-
Koinu is D2, and Koinu, I'd like to get your opinion because obviously you're down there playing them. But you're D1 in like FDN and have like a decent resume. So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's like it's kind of cool. Yeah, at least just seeing like like the top of D2 compared to like the bottom of D1. Like it's kind of cool to see like it's actually like the gap between the two divisions is actually like not even really that far apart. It's like it's pretty really it's like really close together. And it's like it's kind of cool to see that with draft. Then it's like these two divisions that you think would be like a big separation, and they're actually kind of like a lot closer than you think they would be.
Yeah, I think
And it's like we definitely have a lot of talent in NCL, which is cool.
the bottom of D2, Steph, I love you. Besides you, so just pretend you're right here with them, okay? But like realistically, the bottom four, like they're not competitive. Like it's unfortunate, but it's just kind of the truth. Like they're still learning. They're still trying to get better at the game. Like Jack, he's very new to Draft League. Shoops is just memeing, so like who cares? But obviously he's not like a top flight coach. And Steph is getting better. I will say that at least he's not looked quite as bad recently. You know, like they're not in the same level, but like this is a pretty good group of coaches, man. Like I'm not saying like Rose is D1 in a lot of different leagues. Omar gets a lot of recognition across leagues. Like these are good coaches, and they're in our D2. Like I'm proud of what wow, I keep saying FBL. What NCL has built. You know, when me and James started this, it went better than I think either one of us could have ever imagined. So I'm proud. Proud dad moment. But yeah,
Thanks, Dad.
do we want to do our little gimmick for this digest real quick?
Sure.
All right. We're drafting, boys. This is Draft League. We're drafting contenders in D2. Okay? So the concept of today is we will be taking coaches one by one. You cannot pick repeats that you believe have the best chance to win a title this season in D2. All right? Koinu, you are the special guest. You can go first. And then James, you can either have the wheel or the middle. It's up to you.
That'll care. I'll take wheel, I guess.
Okay, so it'll go Koinu, me, James, and then James will have the snake pick, so he'll have the fourth pick as well. So Koinu, who is your first pick? Who do you think has the best chance of winning a title this season?
Honestly, I'll take Omar. I think Omar's got like probably the best chance. Like I really like his team. He's a really good battler. I think he's got a really good shot.
Yeah, I think he was number one on my board, so I agree with the pick. Looking over at the board, it's a tough call. I've got two people. I've got a 2A and a 2B, and it's tough. You know, one's just so gritty. They show up early. You know, they bring a lunch pail in. They don't go out for lunch. You know, the first one in, last one out. I'm gonna go with Koinu, and
Let's go.
It's so close between Koinu and someone else. But I feel good about my pick. I feel really strong. Yeah, I'm happy with the pick. James, you have two picks in a row. Who are you feeling?
All right, everyone. We're drafting into the Windraiser Nation right now, and our first pick for our D2 coaches is going to be taking the number one seed, falling all the way down to us. But I'm taking Ava. Definitely showing a lot of grit this season. Having a sneaky good year, even if it's in first place. Sneaky good year. We got some fringe D1 coaches up in here, some really great talent, and I'm gonna be taking Ava. And then on my wheel, coming back up, we're gonna just keep the train on. I've been seeing a lot of good things out of this coach, and I think that the upside is a lot better than the floor. There's two coaches that I really want to take here, but I'm gonna go with my gut. Wisconsin native himself. We're gonna go with Person. So I'm gonna take Ava and Person. Two best records. I was gonna say taking the two best records, so not anything insane about it or anything like that. But I think these two coaches have a really great chance to make runs deep into playoffs. So going with those two.
All right, good picks. Those were my top two remaining. I do think there's a tiny bit of a drop. To me, it's like there's like a tier 1. I think it's Omar, Ava, Koinu. Then like there's like a tier 2A or like 2B, I guess. whatever. Like there's like a tiny drop. I think Person's in like a tier by himself. Like I could see it, but Sun is so volatile. You know, it's not a guarantee. And then I think there's another minor drop to the next level of coaches. Oh, it's tough. You know what? Give me Monster. I'm gonna take Monster. I think his team is really good. So like, if he gets in and gets on like the right side of the bracket, like he absolutely could make finals if everything falls his way. So, give me Monster. I'll take him. All right, Koinu, you have 2 picks.
You know what? I'll throw like a little bit of a code bomb here. I'll take Okami.
Oh no!
I think...
Damn it! That was my next pick. You piece of shit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Damn, that's a good pick. I think it's a sleeper. It's a good pick.
And then you know what? I'm also coming in with another underground pick. I'm picking Steph.
Oh! No way.
I believe in Steph.
Steph run? Wow, that's crazy.
I believe in
Steph. You gotta show up for Koinu. If Koinu's picking you on the squad, Steph, I know you're listening. I know you listen to this shit. You better fucking show up. This is
got
no
this, Steph.
This is no pussy pad shit anymore. You gotta show up. You gotta show out for Koinu.
Wow.
He's giving you that 2-year, $20 million contract. Get your ass in the game.
What a fucking pick. Okay. All right. Steph making it. Round 3. Who's sitting up there? It's gotta be. Oh wow. Okay. There's some good picks here. I think I get one of. Oh no, I don't. Oh fuck. Okay, I'm gonna take. Fuck. I think I know who I'm stuck with. I'm gonna go with Rose. I feel good about getting Rose round 3. That's good value.
That was actually my pick, so I completely get you there. So who do we got left? Because we took the top. I mean, did we say him? Did we do it? Nobody said him. I don't know if we're allowed to do this, but I mean, can I take Koinu?
Oh,
Mystery already.
No, I took Koinu. Yeah.
You took Koinu?
Yeah, the Koinu was my first pick.
Oh, okay.
You have Ava in person. Right.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out who the fuck. I can't remember these.
I have Koinu, Rose, and Monster, and Koinu has Omar,
Okami, and Steph.
Yeah.
Okay, so my last 2 picks are going to be. It's gonna have our average one. I didn't say much about this coach, but I'm gonna take Sky. I'm gonna take Sky as my 3rd coach. I think that they're a good low-tier pick. I think that they're good. They're in the play-in game right now. I think that they could definitely easily be from anywhere from the 4th to 8th seed. Just got to show up. Giving you that 1-year contract. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta come in. You gotta play. So, Sky, welcome to the team. And then I'm going to go a little bit of a sleeper pick. I'm going to take my boy Valens.
Yeah.
His first ever draft league. I like this guy a lot. I think there's a lot of talent. I like the team. Speed's a little wacky. Good scarfers though. I think we can make a run. It's D2. I think we can do it.
You bastard! Because this is where I wanted to take Steph. You snipe me.
I'm sorry.
It hurts my soul. Because now I have to take the low kicks lover. I do think Glimpse has a chance, so it's not the worst pick in the world. But
Lob Spectre is really good.
Yeah, right. Like, the team-wise, like, if he held a gun to my head, this isn't the worst pick in the world. Like, you have to ride or die with Glimpse. I don't hate it, especially round 4. Like, I'm chilling with that. So, what you have left, Koinu, is Jack, Very Aries, and Shoops.
Oh, man.
Oh man, we don't want to see this.
You know what? I'll take Jack though, because I think like he does have a really good chance too though. Because and I like the Chien Pao, like Taylor Caldio. I think that they can definitely
I think team wise and
Godcharm,
like it definitely helps. So yeah, I agree with the pick. I think that's a very solid pick. So yeah, not bad teams. pretty thrilled, honestly, with my squad. You know, I think we got a good shot to take it all. Look, Koinu, I need you to win though, so thank you.
Oh.
But yeah, all right, we can move on to. I guess we could do like, you know, do you guys want to give out like a quick finals prediction for D2?
Best case scenario, Omar, Koinu, and I think it more than likely will be that. A cool one I would like to see Monster back in finals, so like an Omar/Koinu versus Monster would be really cool.
Yeah, he hasn't. Monster hasn't made it since season 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that'd be pretty awesome. I'm gonna go same thing. I feel like Koinu Omar feels a little slam dunky, but I'm gonna give it a. Obviously, Ava's not a sleeper at D1, but it just like James said before, it's like a weird 6-1 sleeper. So I really think Ava can go on a run here, but I'm gonna go Koinu versus Omar. Give me Omar to win it.
Yeah, I'll probably say either Omar versus Ava, but then I'm not trying to be biased with saying also Omar versus me, but that's also just I would really like to see that, mainly for the fact of if we get like with just me versus Omar being week 11 in regular season, and then we get him and I both in finals again, that'd be pretty awesome.
That would go crazy. All right.
Battle of a lifetime.
Once in a lifetime. Cena.
True.
The Rock. All right. We can move on to D1. And looking at D1, how are we feeling? We're not going to go too crazy because, like, you know, we don't want this to go forever, but what are we feeling about D1 this season, James? What are your thoughts? Because obviously you just made a giant move. Standings are pretty interesting. So, what are your thoughts?
I'm probably the last competitive team in D1 now, just because.
No.
What? Why are you saying no?
You're
I'm not competitive to you. I'm washed. I knew it. Koinu knew I was
you're
washed.
not washed.
Jesus Christ.
I'm
talking about
myself. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Bo.
But what I'm trying to say is that I think 10th and up is what we're looking at. That's where it's really close because holy shit, dude. Look at like from the 7th seed Mystery, right? Off of the 1st seed, he's only 2 games behind. Like differential's insane. So like obviously don't like look at that, but like okay, let's just go down one because differential's insane for our 1st seed. But like just look at Harris. Harris is 5-2 plus 12. Mystery's 4-3 plus 0. That's a game behind.
Literally, that's just one game. That's it.
It's just a game, and it's like that can go in any way. Like if let's say Harris loses badly, like a 5-0 or something, Mystery wins well, a 5-0. They are tied at that point with Harris being 1 differential above. That's insane to me. Like that. Look how close everything is. This is such a shakeup with D1, and I'm really seeing it. Unfortunately, I think the only team that kind of got carried because of, unfortunately, Hunter being gone now, I don't think that Smith is really going to be there.
Yeah,
he's
really
all
that
out
competitive since he's taken over the team. It's not his fault. Like he's just helping us out. It's really not like a knock on him. He's here to help us out with Hunter being gone. So
he didn't plan to play this season. He was kind of like, hey, if you don't have anybody else, I'll fill in. And we super appreciate him. Much love goes out to Smith for at least playing the games, helping be at least a part of it. But so that just let's just take that team out for a second. If we shift everybody up 1, Theo moves into the 8th seed, and I move right out of the play-in.
I move out of the play-in too. Yeah.
So I just think like this is insane. This is one of the most competitive D1s that I've seen in a long time. Like that's saying something because our D1s are usually very good. However, we usually have like it's a pretty big gap between the play-in like nothing, not a knock against Omar, but he's a D2 team this year. We've had Omar a couple times. Pickles is doing well, but Pickles is usually a fringe play-in team. Stuff like that, but I'm excited because this seems like one of the best D1 competitive wise in quite a while.
Dude, and if Theo wins this game, like it's Theo versus I, right? If Theo wins, like what would that be? Like 4-0-ish? We would have everyone like 4 through 9th would all be 4-3 with like positive or neutral differential. What the fuck?
Yeah,
pretty awesome. It's pretty absolutely awesome.
It's gonna be crazy. I kind of wish we would have done like 9 playoff teams, like with 8 and 9 being the play-in instead, because like I feel like we're gonna lose one of these teams, and it's like this is such a good conference. I'm so excited for these playoffs. Like, you know, assuming, well, if Smith goes down, right, like we're all thinking that would be like one of James, Theo, me, Taylor. Like, maybe it's Taylor. Like Taylor's team, he's doing everything he can with a terrible team. We could start there if you guys want.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, obviously he did a bunch of bets, and he's forced to have these 4 Pokemon that are absolutely awful on his team. He doesn't even have enough
They'll
points.
go the game.
They all have go. He still has to bring them all to 1 more game each.
Oh no.
That's the problem. Is he still?
Parasec's gonna kill you.
He's 4-3. He does have Iron Man. He should win that game. Robert, he should win that game, and that would get him to 6. And then it's James and Ark. And Ark, he probably should win that game too. Like, his schedule, he plays 3 of the bottom coaches. Like, Taylor's probably gonna get in. Now, James, you have to win. You have to win that game. Like, no questions asked.
I'm winning that game. It's not a question.
True.
I like the confidence, because, yeah, this is a necessity. His kill leader, Terapagos, I kind of could have seen that coming. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Sandy Shocks, one of Taylor's boys. Chatot, kind of hanging around with the likes of Valiant and Megalodios. But yeah, we need to see more from the squad. King Gavin's only come to 1 game, which is interesting. Volk has done almost nothing. Like, if he can get more out of his high tiers, and that's the problem though, is that he's locked really into like 6 of the same 7 Pokemon most weeks.
Yeah. So it's like it's pretty easy to know what he's going to bring every week.
I don't know what to think about Taylor. He seems like the most like round 1 flame out team ever, but knowing that this will be the season he goes on a run, so we'll see. He's currently hanging on to the last play-in spot. Do we want to talk about Alpha though? Because he's currently our 1 seed, kind of dominant fashion.
Talk about your boy.
Yeah, man. I mean, I got Alpha in this league. Alpha's my dude. I think his team is absolutely fucking cracked. Like, look at this fucking
this team's
lame
crazy.
ass team. Like, such a good Fairy Dragon Steel Core. Firewater Grass is great. Manaphy's not like the most necessary thing in the world, but it's still like just a good plug and play player for him. Come to a lot of games. He's very good with Diancie. The Zama's put in a bunch of work. Glowking's been awesome. Like, I really have no complaints. Honestly, this team's been super, super awesome.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Yeah. Alpha's been doing really, really well this season too. It's like, because it's also like looking at his games too. It's like the lowest differential is like 3-0. He's only gotten 2 3-0s. It's like there's not a single like 1-0. It's always like been like a 5-0 or a 6-0. It's like and he's only had 1 loss with it being a 0-4 though. Like he's doing really, really well. Like this is a really good season for him.
Yeah. James, what do you think?
I mean, great team. I mean, he's really shown out. I don't know a whole lot about Alpha. I kind of really just met him this season. Great player. I mean, very, very competitive. He's definitely got the confidence for it. That's for sure. He not to be mean, he waxed Mystery, which is a pretty big statement win. I think that's the big one on his resume. Losing to Taylor really sucked. Obviously, he went on a complete streak there, but I mean, the real statement here is Mystery, and then Zai as well. Zai's a good one. 6-0ing Zai was a big one, and then the 3-0 versus me is a lot closer than even the 3-0 looks. That game was insanely close. I think I was probably two misclicks with my Clef away from winning this game. However, that was just a great game in general, and very much props to him. He won it outright. He's got a tough schedule. Theo is fighting for his life right now. Very insane team as well. Times is an extremely good competitor. Pickles is fighting for his life, and then Harris at the end.
Yeah,
so,
this is not a gimme schedule. He needs to go at least 2-2 to keep his hopes alive for the 1 seed, and he'd probably beat Harris. Week 11 is gonna be fucking awesome, dude.
Oh yeah,
for like the 1 seed.
Yeah.
Wow.
That would be crazy. Holy shit.
Extremely, extremely excited for this as well.
yeah, I'm pretty stoked for
I like the
Alpha.
team a lot. He's been begging for Rotom Wash and Don fans, but I think the team's really good. I think the team's really good. Gligar being the ground, I do understand where he's coming from with that, just because it sucked a little. Like it's Gligar. Um, that could be a little bit better for him, but I mean, this Diance's been putting on a show, man. Super excited to see it. And Zamazenta, I've come to learn that this mod is fucking stupid. I hate this Pokemon.
Yep.
Both forms.
Fuck
But
Zamazenta.
yeah, going on a run. His top tier is doing top tier things, so
Absolutely.
nothing to sneeze at. Just a good team overall.
Yeah, and if we want to talk about Harris next, obviously he's rearing up in the second spot with Tira Regieleki, who, no surprise at all, it has double-digit kills and is doing very, very well. Torn once again for Harris. Who could have seen this coming? Is positive. I mean, he only has 2 negative Pokemon on his team. All Wild's done next to nothing. I don't even remember this thing like in a game. Like, I seriously, it looks.
Yeah.
I've never.
He's only brought. I mean, it's gone to 5, which is kind of surprising. But I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest. At the end, you see this 4-0 stretch. The reason why, starting with me with 3-0, but then going down to that 4-0 stretch, he hasn't faced anybody like insanely good. I'm not like to be like a statement win. I feel is maybe me.
It's you or
because Taylor's team.
Pickles, I guess. Yeah.
But he's got Arc, which should be a win for him, and then he's got Mystery Zai Alpha. So I mean, that's a really really good tough stretch for him. I don't think Harris's team is all that amazing. I think that it's a good Harris team that he's piloting really well. He enjoys these mons. He's going to be a top team. He's going to be a top competitor. Everybody's looking to. He's the LeBron of JAF League, unfortunately, to Mystery's Michael Jordan, but going punch for punch.
True.
It's just gonna be a good competitor. Not much to say about Harris. Unfortunately, Harris plays his regen with his strong ass fucking Terra Regieleki, but I had to make some changes literally just because of this Regieleki because I had no swap in, and I feel like I could have been a lot more competitive in that game. I also just didn't care about the game, which nothing against Harris. I definitely want to rematch with him because I want to like actually care about the game and have a swap into this thing. So just looking through it, I think if Harris pulls out 2 wins, I mean, it's pretty much a lock into the top 3. So, well, not a lock just because everybody's so close. So it's insane. But I think if you win 3 games, you're looking really pretty at it. So
yeah, 3 and 1.
Now he has Watchog too.
True. We do have Epic Watchog at the bottom here. He got himself on the team.
He made a deal that if I didn't pick up Jirachi, he'd pick up Watchog. So we have Watchog. I saved you guys. We're gonna get to that. Mystery's gonna fucking scream with how much happiness he has because Jirachi and Azelf aren't. I don't
you know
think
what?
I
We
have,
need to
like,
get there
a
right
single
now.
James mod.
We're coming over. It's fucking time, bitches. It's time. All of the lights, baby. All of the lights. No more Azel.
All right.
We used to play
so
for times like this.
I had to make some big changes, and the big changes came from. I know it was all the way in week 4, but the big changes came from the double. I played Harris and Alpha on the same fucking day. I was pissed. I double lost that. I was not having a good day. I played a lot more competitively against Alpha than I did Harris, but I needed some changes because I wanted to make a deep playoff run. I got committed. I've been OU laddering. I know it sounds stupid, but I've been on that grind. I've been on the Pokemon grind. I am tired of I'm not the laughing stock, but I feel like I'm always in this weird like middling like around in the league where it's like, oh, James, it's a funny joke like James Pokemon, James doesn't have a ring, James doesn't have this. Well, fuck everybody. This is the comeback season. This is the statement season. So I'm locked in. I absolutely love the new team. Got to work it out, but really good wins over. I had the 6-0 over Robert, and then the good win over Tristan, where I feel like I played extremely well. And I have an extremely easy ending. My biggest battles being Taylor and Theo. I think the week 11 games are just going to be fucking awesome.
They're so good. They're so good across the league. Like, it's insane.
I'm like 95% sure that game between me and Theo is probably for a play.
That's basically a play-in game, like early. Like that's
that's
so
gonna be
crazy.
so awesome. Yeah.
So I love the team. I love my guy Polt. He's 5-5, but a lot better than 5-5. I've been absolutely fucking loving T-Tar. It's a lot. Every single one of my mons are like fucking 5-5, 2-2, 4-4. Look at this. But really good defensive stuff out of Rotom, and we're looking good. We have a couple new players. We have the Terra Keldeo coming in. I liked its matchup a lot in D1. Absolute demon. I don't think anybody has a great answer for this thing. And looking for, I think I have a ton of depth on this squad. Like I genuinely think like every one of these mons are like not a lock into games except for the fucking Arbok.
No,
yeah, just circle him. The
give
fucking
him a
idiot
taste.
down there. I couldn't get rid of him because I ran out of transaction slots. So if anybody wants to pick up a 1-pointer and get this bum ass off my team, I don't even care at this point. But he's here. I really, really love the team, though. Looking forward, and you guys will see me in playoffs, guaranteed. So.
All right, I like the confidence. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the changes. You get a really good T-Spiker for Polt, which is always helpful. I think Terra Keldeo is just such a fucking broken menace. Like, fuck this guy. And it's way better than, like, Terrazov, with all due respect. Actually, with all due disrespect.
That Terrazov was doing well.
No.
He had 6 kills.
No.
Yeah, force feeding it. Rotom's obviously...
He's not force feeding it anything.
Just like fraud kicks.
I hate you.
Rotom's just like
way more damage than
there's just a lot of glue. There's a lot of glue on this team. I don't love that the Scizor is still the Z captain, but there's just no one on this team that does it well. Maybe Nidoqueen.
I wanted it to be Rotom.
You technically could make it Nidoqueen.
I can't. Can I change it?
I mean,
I don't think I have the.
Well, like, yeah, I guess your ticket ended, so it'd be kind of lame. Yeah, probably not. I probably would have made it Nidoqueen personally, but it's not really like it's not gonna run Z moves all that often either. Just maybe a little more frequently. But we'll see. Maybe do like some ground EMZ with like Sand Tomb to fuck something up, or.
Yeah, my thing was like Fightinium Z with like close combat and stuff to really nuke something, or even like Finium Z with Doing Beat, stuff like that could be really cool with it.
So yeah, I like it. I think this team is a big improvement. I think T-Tar's awesome. So we'll see. You know, this is a good T-Tar team for not having like a sand abuser. So I'm really excited. And you have Epic Obama Snow at the bottom. Yep. Give him a taste. Give him a taste.
I need that. I got that dual weather threat.
True. And yeah, you should win these games. Taylor's definitely the tough one, and then this might be like a play-in game for both of you. So I can't wait to see how James closes out the season. Should be really exciting. We can talk about Zai, who had a really hot start to the season. Kind of cooled off a little bit, I believe. What's his name?
He got 6-0'd by Alpha, and I really.
Yeah, so like he started the season really strong. 4-0'd Arc, 6-0'd me, 2-0'd James, and then he got creamed by Alpha. Tristan beat him, and then Smith, who, like we said before, he's definitely more of a D2 coach who's just helping us out. So, but this is where it gets tough. He plays Theo times Pickles Harris all in a row, all of which are playoff teams except technically Theo at the moment. But Koinu, what do you think about Zai's season so far?
Honestly, I think he's been like this. Taylor Zawood has actually also been fucking crazy though.
Absolutely.
Like actually, like as a Taylor captain, like this dude's been like killing it. He's also been using this Tapu Fini really, really well too. Like I've always liked seeing him.
Scarf, every week.
Yeah, like when he bring in the Fini, I'm like, oh, here he is. Here's the Fini. Ready to take a kill.
Okay, I'm gonna give you guys ASMR while I fucking eat my mic right now. Stop bringing fucking eject button fucking Gengar. And this thing is 0-4. Just drop it at this point. You're just making me sad. Jesus Christ. This thing is taking up fucking slots.
Zai don't run eject button challenge.
I really hate when Smeargle is so high up because of all the fucking points he has.
Yeah, he still has a point left over too. Like I really don't like his low tiers. That's really the big problem for me is like Gengar's been bad for him, and then his low tiers are not good. So it's a lot of mid. Abra always finds his way on the team. Love him.
I can't wait for this Chi-Yu to see more action. Oh man, I love this Pokemon. I love Chi-Yu so much. He's a good little goldfish.
Yeah, I mean he just traded for him with Robert, and went 3-0 his first game, showing that he is not Chi-Pu, he is Chi-Yu. All right, and he is good. People are just bad at using him.
True.
But yeah, his closing schedule is really tough. He does have Robert week 11, so we'll see that probably that's like one of the worst games for the closing schedules. But
I mean, would you be surprised if Zai falls into a play-in game? And what I was gonna say was if this is a play-in team, fucking terrifying. Yeah.
I'd be terrified if I'm in a one-game elimination to get into playoffs and it's fucking this piece of shit team. Like, I'd be scared out of my mind. Like, this Zarude has been awesome. Yeah, I mean, look, if he loses like 3 of these 4 games, that's tough. Like, that's really tough. I think he needs to go at least 2-2 to keep himself going. And then he should win this one and get to 7. But maybe 1-3 through this stretch will be fine, because as long as he beats Robert, he gets to 6-5 and likely be in. But I don't even know if that's a guarantee. We've got a lot of good teams this season, so we'll see.
Also, we might get a D2 battle soon as well. No, never mind. In like 2 hours.
Let's fucking go.
Well, we'll be done with the podcast, but
do you want to talk about Times, who just got absolutely wiped by me? Complete
Choked.
Dominant fashion.
You're washed.
What?
No, he's not. He's not washed.
James, what do you think about Times this season so far? Weird team as per usual.
What do you want me to say? This is the most Times fucking season and team of all time. This shit's wonky, bro. Terrasert is here. I mean, he's got 9 kills. I'm excited, Terrasert. I'm excited about that. But, I mean, cool Pokemon. He uses him different ways. It's definitely like, it feels like a matchup team every single week, where it's like, he has certain mons that just do well in certain matchups, and it's not like good overall Pokemon. Like, I feel like his top 3 are really good, and then it kind of falls off a cliff of the most like.
Whoa, top 4? You mean top 4? Yeah, cool. Go.
It sounds like you got 3 top tier players. You got your 3 top tiers, and then you got a bunch of fucking like centers. You got a bunch of fucking like.
He's pretty
He's
top
a
tier.
role player, my man.
Man.
He's averaging 2 rebounds and 1 assist a game. He's just helping out.
And all I gotta say is your shooters gotta shoot, and they have been shooting. So I mean, if he can keep it going, I think it could be. I think it's just Times.
Flygon's going to a game and doing nothing. We all saw this coming.
Finally brought the Cleavor against me, and then still lost. God's plan. I like the squad so far. Like, it's definitely, in terms of like Times teams, I don't hate it, honestly. Like, the more I look at it, it's like this team is like kind of interesting. Dougie is only got 1 kill. It feels like it's done more than that. I don't know why. But I could see this team like losing round 1 or making finals again. Like, Times is just such a fucking enigma of Draft League. I don't understand him at all. His lowest point Pokemon is fucking 7 with a Vikavolt. Like, how does this guy do it? But his closing schedule, not easy, not hard, kind of in the middle. Like, Zai Alpha's tough. Tristan is a good player, but obviously not having the season he'd like. And then Smith, he should win that game. So, yeah, we'll see. I'm not sure what to think. If he were to go like 2-2 in this stretch, he would be at 6-5. So I don't know. We'll see. These next 2 games will tell us a lot. He kind of needed that win versus me, and losing to Iron Man was absolutely brutal. That's a tough loss. But do you want to talk about Pickles, Zai's good friend, our hero, trading? James?
Yeah.
What do you think about Swoobat? Honest thoughts.
Cool shiny.
I love Swoobat.
Swoop.
Heart stamp.
I don't know what to think about his team.
Honestly, I think
coming. Koinu, you can go. Sure.
I think the biggest disappointment is that Munchlax has gone to 0 games. What
True.
the fuck, Pickles?
True. Why are you, bro? He like drafted this thing like round 7, so I couldn't get him.
Yeah,
bro,
and he
him
hasn't
to
bought
a
it
game.
to a single game. What the hell, Pickles?
Obviously, I know transactions are coming. He has to make them today. He did just DM me as well that they're coming soon. We will know the Vileplume. Vileplume's on my team right now as it stands. Swoobat will be gone. Savali, I think Laiku will be gone. So it's hard to talk about the team itself, but we can talk about his schedule, which is fucking brutal. Like, look at
Yeah.
this shit. His easiest game is Tristan, and that's not a gimme. I don't know what to think about this. Like, it's a weird team. Like, he's very top heavy, very reliant on these 6. But he did just pick up a Mungus, so he's gonna get a little bit more depth, have a nice little regen core to go along with that.
Yeah, that would
Tran.
be nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm hopeful. I think he can definitely be
I
a
think
good playoff team.
Yeah, I think a Mungus on this team kind of also like it's kind of nice on the team too, because like if he's able to like get a Spo off on something and then like get like a free swap to like QM Black or like Oshifu, like that's like or even Spectrio, like Mungus definitely helps out this team quite a bit.
Kiram's got 11 kills, or Shifu has 1. Heatran's been
used to
pretty
play
good too.
for
He's got
times like
6.
this.
Yeah, it's an interesting team. I'm not sure what to think about him, but the stretch will reveal a lot to us.
Honestly though too, Mega Steelix has also been kind of putting in some work, like low key, to the 3 games he's been showed up to though. He's kind of
You can do worse.
kind of him. Yeah.
He's not horrible. All right. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's also the wrong one. All right, there we go. We're gonna skip over Smith. I mean, you know, he's got Sun, but it's not really his team. The ghost of Hunter Past is gone. It's just sad, man. Miss him every day.
Sure.
Talk about me?
Can I say something before we move on to you?
Sure, all you, man.
In the nicest way, like with all due respect, Smith, imagine if we still had Hunter in this race.
Oh my god.
D1 would be insane, like even more insane than it already is. So
I mean, two of these
think
coaches
that's
would
great.
miss playoffs if Hunter was
Yep.
here. 2.
Yep.
Like, that's fucking crazy. Man. Anyway, we are here. Our Season 8 champion is here.
True.
James, first of all, thank you for the great Tusk.
No, my pleasure. He's coming off a fresh 6-0.
Absolutely.
And also like 3 kills in Tristan's game.
he did put in the finalist. I'm very happy to add him to the team. I'm not a big Iron Treads fan. Like, he's like pretty solid, but very weird to like fit. Because like you want him to do a lot of traditional ground things, and he's not really about that. He's more like, I'd rather full switch around and you know, kind of like be a pivot, rocks, knockoff, like all that kind of shit. So having your ground weak to Earthquake just sucks a little bit. But I kind of like the team. It reminds me a little bit of the team I just won with in FDN with like the Tinkaton, the Great Tusk, the Qianpao. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts. James, you can go first. What are your thoughts on the team?
I fucking hate this team. It's shit, and I don't want to talk about it. Okay, I'm done. Anyways, this team's it's decent. It's really good. You got a lot of glue possibilities in here. Blastoise. I wanna see more out of this Blastoise, honestly, just because it feels like a really big glue piece. But a ton of offense. Terra and Amorous being the 3rd fucking highest point tier mon on this is fucking insane. But Qianpao, Megalotti, and Amorous is really cool. Great Tusk Dundee in the back, also really cool. And then you got a lot of role players, a lot of fill-ins. What's funny is I think this team actually makes like Megalotti be more defensive utility than anything, but I don't think that's like an awful thing for it, just because it can run on more offensive sets when it needs to and stuff. It's 4-4, but I mean the stars of this team are Qianpao and Am, so I'm excited to see it. Lots of good pieces, and I think that it's piloted by a good coach. So not much to say, unfortunately. Sorry, I don't have like a lot of depth to go into. It's kind of like a Harris team. This is just a mystery team.
Wow.
Gonna be cool. Gonna be a good team to watch. I don't think it'll be a play-in team, just because I think that there are some people with harder end schedules, and so I think you're probably looking at like anywhere from like the 3rd to 5th seed. Definitely could see it.
That'd be awesome. I'd love to stay out of the play-in and get the extra week off. So, yeah. Koinu, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I honestly love this team though. It's like what James said, like the offense on this team is like crazy, but then it's like you have like Blastoise, Tinkaton, like even Great Tusk like being like good defensive pieces, and it's like I like also like Z on Thunderous is also like really really nice. Like the Terra on Anamorous is also like it's really nice here too, and like Minun also, of course
The goat.
Yeah, he's the goat. He's the greatest
My
mon on this
plant
team,
on the
but
bottom.
true. And then like, yeah, like I could probably see like, yeah, I could agree with James with saying that. I think that you could definitely bring this team in out of like not being a play-in game, and you'd be up there higher.
Yeah, that would.
You're not washed.
That would be awesome. Sure, pal.
I'm gonna have to go against that. You are in fact washed.
That
I
is
might
so-
have to take back my.
No.
Dude, look. All I know is that Minun right now has played more games than Great Tusk on this team, so he's.
He's gotta earn his spot. Mine is looking at him like you gotta earn this roster spot, buddy.
Your first rodeo, pal. I've been here since day one. Every single team.
Yeah.
It's me. I love him. Yeah, I'm excited to use the team. I'm surprised James didn't say anything about Kangaskhan coming up the rear. Pause. That he can help with like the ghost types and everything. So I'm excited. I very hopeful for the team. I do think Latios is more of a support role, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I'd rather with like flip turn and like I've been running like defensive stuff to like help check mons. Like he's just got such great natural bulk, and then he's so naturally strong that like I can invest more into bulk and then still just kill shit with like Luster Purge and Draco. That I enjoy him. I knew going into the season he wasn't going to be like the kill leader, but I'm very very happy with his performance so far. Terry Nem is really strong, and Qianpo is fucking goated and just won me a game. So thank you, Qianpo. Very cool.
We love Qianpo.
Oh, my closing schedule. Pickles, Harris, really tough. Kind of need to beat Pickles. Like that's like gotta win that game. Harris is going to be a really tough one. I'm going to give him everything I got, but likely lose that one. And then I need to win the last two. Robert, Iron Man. Robert gets 6-0 by Great Tusk, so that's not going to be the worst game in the world. And then just got to take care of business with Iron Man. So, there's definitely like a chance like 8-3 is still on the yeah, I mean that would be winning out. So probably 7-4 would like be my guess. But with how this season started, honestly, I would take that any day of the week. So yeah, we're still kicking, still alive. Yeah, who do we want to go on to? Theo, maybe? Yes?
Yep.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay, seems good.
Is this the right one? Yeah, the Shanghai Sizzlapedos. Great name, thank you.
Great team name, yeah.
May have the MVP in Iron Moth, possibly. This thing has gone absolutely crazy. James, as someone who's currently using Coco Iron Moth in a different league, thoughts?
Seems really good. I think actually the thing to more talk about is the Iron Boulder. Terra Iron Boulder. Like Iron Moth, I know it's got 12 kills. It's going insane. This Iron Boulder, man. This mon is fucking wild. So just the fact that he has both of them, like it's pretty crazy. I think the weakest part of this team, honestly, is the weird defensive. like he's got pieces to it, but it just feels like they're weird. They're weird together. Vaporeon, Buzzwole, Registeel just is wonky, and then your ground being Z-Move, Mambaswine. But the offense is just absolutely insane to run fucking people over on this team. But Iron Moth Tapu Koko is really good. Like it's good into basically every matchup. Like I've been building with it in FDN, and it's like every single time I start building with this, I'm like, damn, I could do like 3 things with my Iron Moth to win this game. Like it's an insanely good mon, and then Iron Boulder doesn't even really need to Terra. It just becomes even better if it does. So it's just like every week you got to guess of like, how is Iron Moth gonna beat me, or how is Iron Boulder gonna beat me?
Yeah,
like that was my thing when I built for him. Like I was like, I can take away one, I can't take away both. Like it's just not gonna happen. And he ended up sweeping me with Iron Moth. He got I think he got 6 kills in that game. So there's only so much you could do with those two. The team's a little ground weak, but then like Buzzwole, its stats don't look great, but like it's shown up to a lot of games and just been really, really consistent for him, and it really makes ground types life a living hell.
Yeah.
So I'm I'm pretty excited to see what he does. Koinu, what do you see
Yeah,
with the team so
yeah.
far?
I also obviously I'm not trying to be biased by picking out at least Vaporeon here, but I at least do like the Vaporeon on the team at least like, because I think the team's also pretty weak to Scald. So at least having
Yeah.
Vaporeon on the team being the Scald swapping is at least helps this team out like a ton with at least
Completely agree.
like you can't just use Scald if you see the Vaporeon now. So like
Slow
that's
flip
at least
turn on
really
this team
nice.
is just really good in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, completely.
And then
agree.
like
Great point.
and then yeah, like the Iron Moth, like I really like seeing like the Iron Moth be able to do that. Like when it has like terrain and like the boulder as well to just like the two of them kind of work hand in hand while like one's basically physical and then the other's special, and it's like they
And
kind
just
of
break your fucking
work
team
together.
down, and
Yeah.
it's like, what the fuck? And then Boulder
Yeah.
comes in like, what's good? Just-
Yeah.
Iron Moth's getting like 50 Fury Dance boosts. You're
yeah,
like,
Terra
finally,
Fire,
like,
Specs Fire Blast. It's like, well, great, thanks.
and you gotta sack 2 mons to it, and then Iron Boulder comes out. It's like, I'm next. Who's up?
The only
Who
the only
up
thing
cranking
that
the hog right now?
the only thing that is a little sad about the team is that we do have Buzzwole and Mamoswine on the same team, so we can't see Z-Peck.
So true.
Sadly,
so true.
but-
Where is Z-Peck? Come on. No!
Like, that's insane, bro.
He has an Iron Moth, but
Like,
we can't ignore that.
only seen one game. He's been to as many games as Unpheasant. You hate to see it. Reggie
He needs
Steele's
to
only
come
come to
more.
one game on a Theo team. Is this
Holy
the same
shit.
Theo I know? Like, what the hell? What happened?
What happened to the game I love?
So true. But yeah, I'm a big fan of what Theo's got going on. He definitely can make it. But his schedule is tough. Zai is a tough one. Alpha's tough.
Yeah, there is a tough
Tristan's,
schedule.
Like I've said for everybody, not a gimme. Smith should win that, and then the James game, week 11, is so massive. Because like, what if Theo
Yeah.
goes like 1-2 in this stretch? Let's say 2-2 in this stretch. He'd be what, 5-5, and like that could be what gets him in, is getting to 6-5. So cannot wait. Gonna be very fun. Go back to standings, and we really only need to talk about probably. We could do a little check-in, I guess, on everybody else. We can start with Tristan just real quick. Not the season he was wanting to have. He did make changes though. Picked up Ursaluna, picked up Moltres Galar with Z, picked up Cofagrigus, baby.
Let's go.
Grafii and Cutie Fly. But yeah, I mean, we don't have to spend a ton of time. I hope he figures it out a little bit. He's definitely not the season he was looking to have, but still some winnable games in here, so we'll see. After that, it'd be, I guess, Arc, another mod on the team. Also having a bit of a forgettable season with his boy Arcaladon. I don't know. No one's really stood out to me on this team, which sucks. So, do you guys have any thoughts on Arc? Because I don't really have anything.
Nah, it's just rain. There's
Yeah.
not much to.
Yeah, not too much.
He did
yeah.
beat 2 decent coaches, but and like he does still have, like, if he wins these 3 and the Harris
Arc finding a way to rig the schedule to never play me every fucking season. Yeah.
Man.
saying the quiet part out loud. And then Robert has had a just dismal season. He has to win out to have any chance.
And like those like last 4 matches are like really tough for him for
Right.
sure too.
Like Arc's the only one that he probably would be favored in, and even then, I don't know. Like what does he do against Rain? It's kind of tough.
yeah, Mega Blastoise, Mega Turtle Gaming.
Yeah,
I
they may be
believe.
able to just kind of end his season. So unfortunate. Okidogi's been pretty decent for him though.
Yeah, it's been kind of cool to see the Okidogi kind of like come in and be like, "Hey, what's up, guys? I'm here to just
Press drain punch.
James,
Yeah.
look at this top 2. Is this just a James team?
True."
You're at top. Wow. Name 2 Pokemon. Is this a James team?
Why
That's
is
literally
this like
Refile
become
Guard
the
Shop.
game?
Fuck off. Anyway, and then Iron Man would be the last one. ATK. We could talk about his transactions, I guess. They're not actually on here yet because I don't know why. We probably should have put them on there, but it's fine. He dropped Miascarada, Terrahaxorus, and Milotic for Palafin, Terragudra, and Tangrowth. I don't know. I like Palafin, I guess. Gives him some like high-end offense, but like he kind of had that already, so I'm not I'm not really sure. Do you guys have any thoughts? You think this is saving the season?
I believe
Koinu believes for everyone.
the comeback is possible. Not everyone.
He's got to beat me and James
Oh no.
and Taylor.
It's
and
over.
He literally has 4 straight mods. What the fuck?
Holy shit.
Wow.
This is rigged.
What a beast. But yeah, that's it. So, finals. Or no, we can do that at the end. But now it's time for the drafter D1.
All right, let's go.
All right. So last time Koinu had first pick. This time James, you can have first pick. And Koinu, do you want the middle pick or the wheel?
I'll let you choose. What do you want to do, Mister?
Okay. I'll take the wheel. You know what? I'll take
All
the
right.
wheel.
This is fucking talent packed. There's no bad answers. All right. Well, for my first pick, I think you know what? I'll take Mystery's boy. I mean, he's the favorite, pretty much.
That's a really
Pretty
good
much
pick.
shoe in. Everybody really wants to see him in it, stuff like that. Can't believe I'm passing on our number 2 seed here, but I'll take him. I'll take a little bit of risk, but Alpha, prove me right, buddy. Everybody's banking on you.
All right, Koinu.
All right, you know what? This is gonna be no surprise to anyone, but I'm gonna take Mystery.
Wow,
You're not washed.
bro.
You're not washed.
Koinu is the realest friend I have. It's crazy. Wow, that shakes up the board. Okay, my number 1 is still there. I mean, I want Alpha to win, but I'm gonna take Harris. I mean, that's getting on the 3rd pick. That feels like incredible value. And I'm just gonna keep it going. I think I'm gonna take Zai with the Terrors of Rude as my 2nd pick. I feel great about my start so far. But I thank you, Koinu. I appreciate the support.
Oh, and then my 2nd pick is also not gonna be a surprise. I'm taking James.
What the
You
fuck,
guys aren't
man?
washed.
You can't do this.
You guys aren't washed. You guys aren't
Bro,
washed.
the realest friend
You guys
around.
can win.
It's just Wolfpack. He's just taking the whole Wolfpack.
Wow. All right, James, 2 picks. Some good value on the board.
Alrighty. Well, with my pick, I guess I'm gonna take Times. I hate my team's weird. My team's weird, but I'll have Alpha and I'll take Times as a finals runner-up.
You had 2 picks, so you have 1 more.
Oh yeah. Fuck. I gotta pick more people.
Yep. Dude, that 6 seed sitting there right for you.
I hate you. You know what? I'll take a sleeper. This is a late round. We're probably not gonna do a whole lot of like the bottom teams. So late sleeper pick for me. Sorry, Pickles, passing up on you, but we're taking Theo.
That was number 6 on my board. Unfortunate. Damn. So Koinu, you're up next.
Oh, wait. You know what? I'll take Pickles.
Yeah.
Please bring that Munchlax. Please. He needs to see the light of day.
I'm gonna play it safe here. I'm gonna go Taylor. I feel like that's the best value left on the board. And then you know what? Give me Arc, because if I'm gonna pick any one of like the low tier coaches here, give me the one that has like the most upside, which is just weather. Like, if you're like not bad coach, but like bad record coach, like I'd want the one that just could like have a bunch of good matchups in a row and win a bunch of games. So give me Arc. I'll take Taylor and Arc. And Koinu, it's you. You guys each have 1 pick left.
Oh wait, I'll take Smith. Let's take that Sun team. I'd like to see that Sun team. He's got this.
So James, you got an option here. Tristan, Robert, or Iron Man are the ones left.
Give me Tristan. Robert's ending schedule is brutal.
Yeah, I think that's the right pick. Man, Robert not getting picked after being like our most winningest coach the last 3 seasons combined. That's tough. But that's how she goes. Honestly, after that, don't have much else to talk about. We could do our finals prediction. So, I'll start us off. I went last time. You know what, James? Me, James. Finals.
Real.
Not
That
happening.
real.
It's not happening.
It is
but-
happening. No, it's the season 4 run back. It's happening. Oh man, we want to see this.
True.
The run of dreams. And then James gets his ring. I'm taking James over me.
Damn. Jeez. That's a lot of pressure, buddy. I'm gonna make it happen, but it's a lot of pressure.
Honestly, yeah. Probably the dream finals for me would be Midway versus James, the two people that I keep telling unwashed. But then also I could see a Harris versus Alpha.
Yeah, that's
And then I'll take Alpha over Harris though. I want Alpha to win.
Okay, nice.
That'd be really cool to see.
All right, James, what are you thinking?
The boring answer is Alpha versus Harris, which I think is the more than likely best probably the outcome we're gonna get. However, James versus Mystery runner-up would be pretty heater. So you know what? We'll go 3 for 3. Fuck Alpha. Fuck Harris. Sorry guys, step aside. It's me and Mystery's time.
James versus
We're
Mystery
washed,
would
but not for today.
My sleeper finals, by the way, is Times versus Taylor in the How the Fuck Did This Happen Bowl.
True. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That would
I have
happen
to see
somehow.
Chad Top versus Doug Trio.
Oh, we don't want to see this. Oh man, we don't want to see this.
But we can go to leaderboard and just talk about maybe some awards for a little bit and then wrap it up. So MVP right now, Ironmouth is the kill leader. I wouldn't call it the MVP. He's not even in the playoffs right now. Kieran Black, pretty high up. I would probably say Diancie at this moment would be my MVP. But
Yeah.
I'd like to see what you guys have to say.
Yeah, I'd probably say Diancie as well. Yeah.
He's not up here, but he's up here in spirit. As of
Fuck off.
Alright,
Guys, thank you for watching.
Oh my god. I mean, pretty much the same thing. I mean, if Theo makes playoffs and has a run, I really think Iron Moth is a pretty good shoe-in. I don't love the top 3. I think that they've kind of farmed kills against a certain people. Regilecki farmed kills against me. He got fucking 4. So I mean, obviously think if I make playoffs, it's a good representation for Regilecki there. I think that's probably a good one as well. But I also do like the DNs. He's been doing really good. So we'll kind of see from there as well.
Yeah.
I like Zarud a lot for offensive Mon of the year if it gets more kills.
Yeah.
If he can just get a nice closing schedule, I definitely the Zarud. I was thinking about definitely Kieran Black as well could do that. But
Yeah.
Depoy is always very tough. I kind of want to go with Harris's Torn, but I know it's a little low hanging fruity, so I'm looking around and I don't know. I'm trying to see if there's anyone I'm falling in love with. I think Terapagos, unfortunately, I wanna give it more love, but it is 6-6, so it's hard.
I mean, at
Feel
the
me
same
out
time,
on
for
this.
defensive Pokemon, I know it's more offensive too, but I mean, I don't mean to shout myself out, but I think my Mega T-Tar has been.
I was
really,
gonna say
that's a good
I was gonna
pick.
say that myself too.
been
Skeletor.
huge. Yeah, Skeletor is good. He's
Yeah,
using it
that's
very
another one,
offensively,
too.
but yeah. And then my guess for Depoy as well would be Harris's Tinglu. Has been really good. As well.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah, it's got
Because
It's
I
1
mean,
in
yeah,
5,
actually-
but that's the most deceiving
Basically,
one. I mean,
shout out.
it's a defensive player.
Back in week 1 when he was against Theo, took a +2 CC from an Iron Boulder.
Yeah, from Expert Belt Iron Boulder. It's
Yeah.
dude, come on. Yeah, he's crazy. But I think we can wrap it up there. Just want to say thank you to Koinu for joining us. Much appreciated. Love having
Of
you
course.
on the squad and having you join us. I thought it was a good
This was a
episode.
blast. It
Appreciate
was
it.
very fun.
Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Based Mystery. So do me on YouTube. You'll find me in the description. And James, do you wanna close it off? Promote anything else?
Yeah, sure. I mean, follow me on Twitch, YouTube, Windrazers. Do that. Big shout out to Koinu. First time ever on the pod. Had a good showing. Loved having you here. And we hope to see y'all in playoffs, and hopefully we'll have a playoffs update for you guys. Maybe after play-ins, we'll do me and Mr. will do a little pod for that as well. Have a hype train, have some cool coaches on board.
Oh yeah.
But talk to y'all later. Peace out.